Hey, this is Tad, the Diet Coach here with Flex Online. We just finished my last back workout for the week before the Masters Nationals in about 7 days. This particular prep has been interesting for me because I expected to be heavyweight, but I'm going to be based on some good critiques that I got from a good friend Jose Raymond. Thank you, Jose. I'm going to be pushing myself hard to try to make this light heavy class. I'm 205, 204 this morning, so before we start dropping water and doing all that stuff, I won't. So we'll see if I can skim under that 198 and then put some carbs back in me last minute. How many reps I've done, I go till it hurts, I go till I feel it in the muscle, and then I move on to the next exercise and repeat that. Sort of the old Joe Weider instinctive training technique taken to another level. That's the difference in the last couple years, last 2 years at the Masters. I have competed in the heavyweight class. Last year I weighed in at 209, probably on stage somewhere around 210 or so. The year before that, I was about 206 on stage, about 207, 208. This year, probably be on stage around 200 pounds, something like that. Kind of depends on if I could make that class, but I'm thinking I can. This year I employed some different tactics in my diet strategies. I went back to some of the basic stuff that that has always worked for me in my diet. I keep it pretty simple. I do use drinks on my own, protein powder and those kinds of things. So keep it very simple. My appetite never gets really high, so I sort of follow some of those things. But it's worked successfully so far. So we'll see if this thing sort of can go over. I'm really hoping, because 27 years pushing away here, trying to get a pro card, would be nice to finally, hold on to that, realize that. It's sort of some guys, they do this, they do this sport for 5-10 years and get a pro card, but 27, it's a little different, man. That's more than some of these guys have been alive. So you guys, I think it hurts more without carbs. So it'll mean a lot to me, not only as a coach, but also as an athlete and as a person. It's one of those things that I have a hard time letting go of before this is over. But I really truly feel that this year I look the best that I've looked. I keep making improvements, so incremental. I'm not one of those kind of guys that just blow up, that just blew up quick. I had to slowly add weight, slowly. I've always incrementally added weight year by year. So to have it all culminate on one show every year for me, because I only compete once a year, is climactic, to say the least. So that's what's in store this next coming week. So this coming week is going to be a tough one, because I'm going to be doing lots of water loading, and then of course I'm pretty much almost fully depleted, feel pretty flat, but I won't get much relief from that until the last minute. So, but at least my brain is halfway there with my stimulants, so I'm okay. Oxygen for energy. Totally works. I trained in the Pacific Northwest, Doyle Kennedy and all those guys in their gyms. He'd have a big oxygen tank with a couch right next to his squat rack, his platform. Having to do a heavy set of squats or deadlifts, he'd collapse on the couch and suck on this oxygen for like 5 minutes, and then go do another set. It's awesome. Of course, the guy broke the world's record for deadlift, 903, like back in the day. But I don't think too many people are doing that these days. He's like 5'8", something like 300 pounds, 310 pounds, with a big beard. Guy was like a lumberjack. Those are the kind of guys I started working out with. Guys like that. Of course, I was on the other end of the spectrum. I was 5'7", 125, 30 pounds. And that was after a couple years of bodybuilding. So this been a long journey for me. So not just this prep, but in general. But in every athlete's journey, there's always lots of people to thank. For me, obviously, I want to thank Flex Online for putting this out there for me. But I also want to thank my wife and my brother, who've always been there for me, regardless, and all the other people in my life who support me, my team members and my athletes who I work with, who've been so understanding and supportive during the process of me dieting. And I try to keep my wits about me most of the time, but they're very understanding about this stuff and so supportive. So I'm very, very fortunate to have really wonderful people who have surrounded me in my life and give me the encouragement. So either way, whether I walk away with a pro card or whether I don't, I've had a wonderful journey and I'll continue to have one. So thank you for everybody.